So that is my NYX Total Cover. I always think it's going to say Total Cover. It's not Total Cover. It's Total Control. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another foundation review. So today's foundation review that we will be reviewing is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I'm in the shade, well, I was colour matched to the shade Classic Tan. From what I know, I don't know that much about this foundation. I will put everything that I know in the description. I know it comes with a range of shades. There's the warm, neutral, and then the cool section of each. So you get like a section, like there'll be each 3 colours. There's a warm, there's a neutral, and there's a cool. For some reason, I know I'm a neutral tone, but she colour matched me to Classic Tan. So I thought, why not? Because it did originally, we was going to go for buff, which was number 10, and this is number 12. But it just wasn't working. It was way too light. And then we tried beige, which was 11, and that was warm. That was yellow. And then we tried this, and I get worried with cool tone foundations because I think they're going to be pink. But this one didn't seem to. I'm hoping it doesn't, but this didn't seem to. And this retails for, I got mine in Selfridges. This retails for either £13.99 or £14. It says, with just a few drops, our Total Control Drop Foundation delivers sheer to full coverage and a velvety matte finish. Simply adjust the drops you use until your desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops equals more drops. More drops equals more coverage. It says for light coverage 2 or more drops, for medium coverage 3 or more drops, and for full coverage 4 or more drops. But we all know, people, I'm going to be using about 20-30 drops, so let's get out of the way. It comes with 13 millilitres of product. Now, I haven't seen many reviews on this. I know there's been loads, but I try not to push myself onto watching other people when I know, like for example, if I want to review something, because I feel I become a bit biased and I'll just sort of say the same things that they're saying. This is the packaging, if you can see that. It's in a dropper, so it's got a drop pipette. It's tiny. It is absolutely tiny. But if we compare it to the Naked Skin Concealer, even the Naked Skin Concealer is bigger. And this has 5 millilitres and this has 13 millilitres. So you're basically, I just looked and I thought, for £14, this better be good. So I've done my eyebrows and now I'm going to prime, and I'm just going to prime using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. As usual, we're going to do one side with a brush and one side with a sponge so we can see. I've primed. I'm going to apply my foundation as I would normally. And I'm not going to directly put it onto the applicators, like the brush and the sponge. I'm going to put them onto my hand because I know this will just soak up. Like when I'm shaking this, can you hear that? It just basically sounds like water in a bowl. God, this makes me feel like a scientist. So I'm going to try and put... I've put 7 drops on. Oh wow, this is watery. No guys, that looks way too dark. What was she thinking? Okay, so we're gonna apply some to this side. Well, it could work. I'm just gonna, I don't want to do all this, like put the drops on the matte drops that it's saying. Like, I want to apply my foundation how I want to apply it. I know that probably sounds really like rude, but I don't do all this. Like, it's a bloody foundation, do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to put it on. Right, that 7 drops has basically been used for this one side of the face. And I know I'm fussy because I love my full coverage. If I don't get full coverage, then all hell breaks loose. You guys know this. So I'm just going to spritz my brush. This is the PS Primer Water Primark. I don't think you can get this in America. But you can use any old spray. I love to spray the brush because it just gives that tacky sense onto it. Let me start blending. Okay. So I've used 7 drops. Right, 7 drops. They said 4 or more for full coverage. Wouldn't say the shade's too bad. Shade's quite nice. Just gonna take... Wow. That can go. am I thinking? See, that's 7 drops on this side of my face, and it's covered, don't get me wrong, but it's very medium, like light to medium so far. Like, I'm hoping we can build this up. I'm just going to generally apply this to my face, actually, because I want to see how full coverage this can go. No, not the eyebrow, not the eyebrow. Woo! We were close. I hope this doesn't get, like, you know when some foundations you build up, you know they're buildable, but it's not that bad. It hasn't, what I will say is it hasn't, so far, first application, it's sitting quite nicely on the skin. I can feel it, definitely, like I can definitely feel it on my skin. It does feel light, but some areas, I think that might just be the brush, I can feel it, and his face is a bit itchy. But it hasn't clung to any dry patches so far. Now we're going to go in with the dropper again and go onto this side of my face. So I'm going to put 2 whole loads, and I'm literally just going to bounce this into the skin. See how it works with a sponge. I'm guessing this is just going to soak up the product, but I don't know. See, I just need more already. Like, I'm so worried with this foundation. I really am worried, because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I'm just having to apply so much. Like, why am I having to apply so much? If it had like a better viscosity, then maybe, like, if it was thicker and I could do more of it, like, guys, you can see I'm just lathering this on, because my most problem area is on my forehead, so that's where my main cause for concern is going to be. But do you see what I mean? I'm just putting so much on, I'm worried it's going to go cakey. But the sponge but then the sponge does that with every foundation, so I can't just accuse it of just doing it on this one. But I like the foundation, I do like it. I don't think it has problems with it, but I totally agree with the fact that you can completely control this foundation. Like, if you want medium coverage, you're going to get that. If you want light coverage, you're going to get that. I'm a fussy pot. I'm a fuss pot, so full coverage, I can't do light coverage. I really can't. I'd rather just, either I don't wear makeup or I wear it all. I don't know, that sounds really bad, but that's just my personal preference. In case the colour match is nice. If I was to mix this with another foundation, I would love it. I just think that because my skin's so problematic right now and I look a mess, I just feel it's not going to do me justice. What do you guys think? Let me turn the brightness down a little bit. It's not that bad. It hasn't... I will say it clings to things. Like, if you've got hair, it will cling to your hair. If you've got problematic areas, it's not great at covering it. It could be good with mixing with another foundation, but I want to put the rest of my face on and then I want to see what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm back. My hair is a mess. Don't judge my hair. Don't, just ignore it. I'm back. I done this sort of like greeny eye-ish look. I thought I'd go with the top. I don't know if you can see. Sort of like brownie. I don't know why I'm telling you, but I used the xoxo Makeup Revolution palette, which I love. I haven't really done a look like this before. Like, I've always been too shy, but I thought, why not? What do you guys think? On my lips, because I know people ask me all the time what's on my lips. It's the NYX Lingerie Lip Lacquer in the shade Ruffle Trim. What I will say about the foundation, I do like it. It fits my skin tone to a T. It feels lovely on the skin, doesn't feel heavy. It hasn't clung to like my pores or anything like that. What I will say, it is very much, it gives you texture to your skin. I will say that, like, I can see a lot of texture in my skin, obviously my forehead, because I'm having a couple of problem areas, but you can also see it. Like, with other foundations, it's not so much, but I think that maybe because of the matte, because it's matte. But overall, it is a good foundation. I don't think it's worth £14 though. Like, I think it's a hit or miss. Like, if you want to play, I wouldn't use this by itself. Like, it wouldn't be a day where I'll say, oh, I'm going to take this out of the box and use it by itself. Like, I'd have to mix this with another foundation. And this is why if I'd tried it already, I wouldn't actually purchase this. I do think it's a good foundation, but I think if you're that light to medium full coverage kind of person, this will be absolutely perfect. Go grab it. But if you're not, then I think you should go and swing for something different. Maybe go towards something a bit more expensive that is worth the money. I think for the amount, like this already, I know I'm being exaggerating, but this already feels lighter because of how much I've used. Okay, it's only got triple of the amount, practically, if not triple of the amount, what you would get in a normal concealer. And sometimes concealers can run out quite quickly, but imagine you're using that over your whole face. Imagine using concealer all over your whole face every day. The three of them, I just think it's barbaric the amount you get. If it was a bigger bottle and the viscosity was a lot more, it was a lot thicker, then I could see this, I would pay for it. But it's so watery. I think that, obviously that's the point, but me personally, I think it's a hit or miss. Like, it's depending on the person. I don't hate it. I do like it. It gives me a decent amount of coverage. I would say I do agree with the terms that it's like total control. Like, you have all the control in your hands, which I do like about that, because some days some people might be wanting very light coverage, and then the next day they're like, oh, they want to use that foundation but they want a bit more heavier coverage. You can do that. You can just add more drops and it doesn't get cakey, which I like. Like, some foundations, they're not there for that. You put it on, it's a statement, full coverage. Like, this is all over. This is a universal foundation. Other foundations are very direct, like they're very specific, but this isn't, which I quite like. That's another feature I do like about it. Like, there are pros and there are also cons and things like that, but I would say it's a very hit or miss foundation. I do like it. I will continue to use it, but I will mix it with other foundations. I do like this foundation. I know loads of people love it and it's their go-to. It may be, obviously I don't know how it's going to sit on my skin and how it's going to be throughout the day, so I can't judge that, but I will get back to you on my Instagram. So follow my Instagram at hstluce. And it's in the description, all my social medias, and if you want me to get back to you, please let me know, or DM me or whatever, because I do want to be quite active with you guys with products that I review. So that is my NYX Total Cover. I always think it's going to say Total Cover. It's not Total Cover. It's Total Control. The Total Control Drop Foundation. Whatever foundations or products you'd love me to review, whether it's skincare, beauty, fashion, whatever, let me know and I will do that for my loves, because I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that like button. Share this to anyone that may be needing a bit of advice on the foundation. Comment down below anything about this video or videos that you'd like to see from me, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye!